My name's Paul. I've lived a normal life, worked a regular job, kept to myself, nothing extraordinary. I wasn't the type to believe in ghosts, stories, or anything out of the ordinary. I've seen enough in my life to know what's real and what isn't. But what happened to me, it's not something I can explain. And it's not something I'll ever forget. I know this sounds crazy. People won't believe me, but I don't care, and I will tell you about it. The night before it happened, I was just on my phone, scrolling around. I was tired, but I couldn't sleep. I came across something online, these stories about the pool rooms. I don't know why, but I started reading about it. It's this place people talk about. Large pools in bright, forgotten rooms. Some people say they've been there. Some say they haven't come back. It sounded like just another one of those internet myths. But I couldn't shake the feeling that it was more than that. I spent way too long looking at pictures and reading stories. People talked about how the place didn't make sense. But I didn't think much of it. I just figured it was another creepy internet story, like all the others. The next night, I went to sleep like I always do. But when I woke up, I wasn't in my bed. I woke up somewhere else. The place was cold, bright, and surreal. The air felt thick, like I couldn't get enough of it. It smelled like something old, something that hadn't been touched in years. Yet at the same time, it looked brand new. I looked around, and that's when I saw the pools. There were pools everywhere. Big, white pools stretching down hallways and into rooms that had no doors. The water didn't move. It was just still. The whole place felt wrong, like it was waiting for something. I thought I was dreaming at first, but the more I looked around, the more real it felt. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I started walking. I had to get out. I don't even know why I didn't panic at first. I just kept walking, hoping I'd find a way out. I kept walking, but the further I went, the stranger it got. The hallways were endless, and the pools, they were everywhere. As I turned a corner, I saw something I didn't expect. Huge water slides, gleaming under the faint light. They twisted through the air and dropped into dark, still pools. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was the first object with color I had seen in this place. It was green. You have no idea how good it felt to see color after staring at pure white for that long. I kept moving, but the strangeness didn't stop. In the next room, there were these giant frogs sitting at the edge of the pools. Not real frogs, just those oversized, brightly colored ones you see in water parks, the kind that are meant to be fun. But there was nothing fun about it. They just sat there, lifeless, their empty eyes staring at nothing. I thought it couldn't get worse. But then I turned another corner, and I saw more strange things. Huge plastic mushrooms and flowers growing out of the ground, right next to the pools, like something out of a kid's play area. But all of it was unnatural. The further I walked, the more it all blended together. The pools, the slides, the flowers, it felt like a weird, broken version of a water park. But it was empty, not a single person, and the silence was suffocating. The water wasn't just still. It was like it was waiting, like it was anticipating something. I walked faster, trying to escape, but every hallway led to more pools, more slides, more strange decorations. The whole place was too big. I then realized there was no way out. And then I saw something. The water started to rise. I don't know how, but it was slowly creeping up, getting higher and higher. At first, I thought it was just my mind playing tricks, but then I saw the water rising right in front of me, higher than I thought was possible. It wasn't just in one pool. It was in every pool, all of them, rising like the whole place was sinking. I tried to run, but my legs felt heavy, like I was stuck in thick mud. The water kept rising. It wasn't moving like it should. It was slow, deliberate, like it was pulling me in. I looked back, and the pools behind me were full now. The water was moving towards me, the waves slowly growing higher, pulling at my feet. I turned and ran, but no matter which way I went, the water was there, following me. It was like the pools were alive, dragging everything down with them. My feet were sinking into the floor, the water rising past my knees. It was cold, and I could feel it taking over my body, slowly dragging me into the pools. The last thing I remember is the water swallowing me whole. The cold, the darkness. It felt like I was being pulled into the depths, like the pools themselves were consuming me. And then, everything went black. The next thing I knew, I was back in my bed. I woke up. The sunlight was coming through the window, just like any other day. But I still felt like I was in the pool rooms. My room just felt wrong. It was like I hadn't really left, like I was still trapped in that place. I don't know how I ended up back in my room. I don't know if it was real or if it was just a vivid dream. But I know what I felt. The pool rooms, they're real. And whatever it is, whatever that place is, it doesn't let you go. I don't know if I'll ever be the same again. I am traumatized for life. If you ever find yourself in a place like that, if you see those pools, don't go any further. Don't try to find your way out. Because once you're in, you're never really out.